43 Victor Oscar Golf 003 Australia. You're sounding good up here, my friend. QSY. QSL. 43 Victor Oscar Golf 001 Australia. Yeah, you're sounding Q5 out here. I was just finished talking with my friend in Southern California, and then the propagation just faded away just like that. And you know, I had 20 over on him for quite some time, and it just changed. So figured I flipped the beam over to the South Pacific, and there you are, banging in like you're local.
Thank you for the flowers, my friend. I've got you 5 and 7, 5 and 8. So yeah, very, very nice and beautiful, crystal clear audio. We've got the personal Ian over here. My name is Ian, India Alpha November, and I think we spoke before. I'll have to check it out on my long book, but I'm pretty sure we've had a QSO before 791. But yeah, Ian, and I'm in Victoria, the state of Victoria in Australia. 791-001.
001. I tell you what, you got Joe here, Ian, and yes, we have spoke before. I recognize your voice, and I also recognize that strong signal at 20 over, my friend. Shaking my radio. 590. 590 upper side band.
Thank you for that one, mate. Nothing special here, Joe. The homemade 5-element Yogi. What have we got? It's 30 feet up, 9 metres, 30 feet up. Facing roughly your location. And the old ICOM IC 746 with about 85 watts. So I think it's all the conditions at the moment over here, Joe. You're my third contact today, and all the contacts have been from 2 Division. It's very, very quiet frequency for me over here, my friend. QSL.
Yeah, QSL there, Ian. Well, I tell you what, man, that Yagi is sounding good. That beam you got there is working. And the ICOM sounding good, great audio, and 20 over into the red. I'm running the 3-element flat side stereo pointed your way with an RCI 2980 WX radio, a D104, and pushing about 150 whiskeys through it.
791-001. No, that's excellent, Joe. And you did come up again, mate, up 5 and 9. So I think the propagation is just starting to climb up a little bit over from this way, mate. So much appreciate the hearing you coming in like that, mate. And as I said, the radio's nice, but the audio was very distinctive, Joe. And I just heard by your voice before I got your name that, yeah, I've spoke to this bloke before, definitely. So just for the WX over here today, Joe, it's a nice day, beautiful day. Well, it's about 20 degrees there. We've got a few clouds in the sky, nice blue sky, and it's coming up to 10 to 12, nearly lunchtime, mate. So, yeah, nice day, no wind, just a beautiful spring day for us over here, my friend. QSL.
Sounds like a beautiful place to be right now. I tell you what, down under's the place to be. When we're having our cool season, I want to be in Australia. Right now, you guys are about 18 hours ahead of us exactly. And right now, the sun is still shining here. Today, we're up to around 15 degrees, 15 degrees Celsius, so up around 60. My wife and I just got back from an early dinner, and we're sitting outside on the patio at the restaurant beside the ocean in the sun with our T-shirts. Beautiful. So nice weather out here on the Gulf Islands. Blue sky, not a cloud in the sky, so we'll take it there, QSL.
791-001. Now that sounds like a bit of a romantic day there, Joe. Evening, mate. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have a stab in the dark and say that your wife's name might be Wendy there, Joe, if I've got a good memory. QSL.
You got a good memory. You got a good memory. It's funny. I was sitting in here talking, and I usually have a little two-way walkie-talkie, a Motorola, because my Radio Shack is 40 feet away from the house and a little outbuilding here. And she came walking in, and she says, "We're going out for dinner." And she saw I was talking to somebody in Mexico at the time, but anyway, she dragged me out of here. So I left, and I came back, and I'm glad there's still some skip rolling in.
791-001, copy that one, mate. Well, yeah, you're sort of going up and down now, mate, but still got you pretty good. I remember our last QSO there, Joe. We wife over this way is also Wendy there. So I do remember the conversation there, my friend QFL.
How can we forget that name, right? And you know, and she said to me when I first met her many years ago, just about 13 years ago, she says, you know, Wendy, the name Wendy came from the book Peter Pan. Did you know that?
Negative, mate. I know that definitely Wendy's in the book there, mate. I knew that one there, QFL.
Yeah, but she said to me it didn't exist before that, and I says, well, I didn't know that. Now I actually have to Google that. I never Googled that, but that's something to look up. She said, ask your wife that. My wife, Wendy, says that name didn't exist before Peter Pan.
Yeah, okay, Joe. That's something else I'm going to remember, mate. And if she's not here at the moment, but when I get hold of her, I'll let her know that, and she'll definitely check it out to see if that's true. Yeah, I find it hard to believe, mate. But then again, when was Peter Pan out? Was that come out in the 30s or something like that? Was it, you know, I even remember Peter Pan from the old Walt Disney, mate, many years ago when I was a kid there, Joe.
Yeah, I think it was in the 30s. I think you're right, Ian. I think it did come in the 30s. Well, I said, well, how about Gwendolyn? She says, no, that's not Wendy. I always thought Wendy was kind of short for Gwendolyn. She said, no, Wendy is Wendy. And it came out of Peter Pan. I said, okay, well, I mean, that might be something to look into. I might have to Google that.
Yeah, copy that one, Joe. I'll definitely let my Wendy know, and she can check it up and have a good look at it. So, yeah, I'll just put it across to her. So, do you know where the name Wendy come from? And, yeah, she'll probably think I'm just kidding her, mate, just joking around. But I'll definitely be letting her know there, my friend,
Yeah, well, I thought she was joking around with me, but she was serious. So, anyway, you got to love Wendy's. Wendy's are good gals there, QSL.
Yeah, QSL there, mate, that's for sure. All right, Joe, look, mate, I can't hold it with you. I was going to scoot out of the radio shack a little bit earlier. I've only made a couple of contacts, but since I've got a good day, I've got a bit of work planned in the veggie garden. I'm putting some wire around. I've got really, really good carrots going, mate, and I've got a rabbit plague. So you can probably work out what I'm doing, mate. There's rabbits everywhere over here. We've got the kangaroos and everything in the yard, but yeah, the rabbits, mate, they're out of control, and they do get into your veggie garden, and they do eat your carrots, Joe.
Okay, I can imagine. Yeah, we got deer here. Deer everywhere. We got rabbits, but no kangaroos. I can imagine kangaroos can make a big mess too there, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, mate. They come in here. They just eat the grass really around the property, and I've got two dams pretty close by. One at the side of our house, about 50 metres away, and one about 100 metres down the front, and then we've got one right up the back paddock. And they just come for the water, mate, because it is still dry. So mainly for the water, and just chew on the grass with the other animals, the sheep and the horses there, mate. So yeah, they don't bother me too much, so I don't bother them. But the few rabbits there, mate, they just chew the top of your carrots off, you know. So I'm pretty wire around my carrot patches.
That's the way to do it, man. You got to wire things up, and we got to do that to protect things, our garden, from the deer and the rabbits. The rabbits will get under the fence, and the deer can jump over the fence if it's not high enough, and deer make a big mess. But I think that's pretty cool, man. You guys got the kangaroos there. I love it. Anyway, there, my friend, I don't want to tie it up too much longer. Hey, been a pleasure to talk with you, Ian. Man, you got a great sounding station, buddy. Just blasting in from down under. And make sure you ask your wife that. Ask her if she knows where the name Wendy came from. Hey, 43, Victor Oscar Golf 001, Australia. Cheers and beers, buddy, until we talk again. 9 Alpha Tango 791. We're waving at you, my friend.
791. No, thank you, Joe. It's much appreciated, mate, and it's good to be able to get back and have another chew wag. And remember, like I thought, I've heard the voice before, the call sign, then when you gave me the name, bang, it all comes together. That's good. The old memory's not so bad, mate. And you did tell me about the deer last time too, so alright, buddy, I better get this work done because my Wendy will be on me back when she says, oh, we still got that carrots, but we should let the rabbits in. I better get my project done this morning because it's still morning over this way. You take care, Joe. All the best to you and Wendy, and hopefully we'll speak again soon, mate. 9 Alpha Tango 791.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers to you and Wendy, my friend. Happy planting carrots. We'll talk soon. 9AT791 on the side. Thank you, Ian.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye for now.
Hey, Ian, before you go, 2DA010 up here in northern Michigan. 2DA010, I will put you about 5 and 5, Mike, 5 and 5 into Victoria, Australia. Yeah, I got you 5 and 8 with the preamp on. It's getting late back here in Michigan, but I just wanted to know you're being heard way up north in northern Michigan. I'm about 100 miles south of the Mackinac Bridge, where the Straits of Lake